So, good morning, you guys. I wanted to do a video. I haven't in a few days. I had put a quick one on Instagram the other day about this 5G, and I've been really thinking about this because after I put the video up, I had talked to somebody that works in IT, and he explained to me that um, that basically what was more paramount was me not being afraid, which I thought was a really valid thing. I mean, it's something that I would talk about. Like the fear is actually worse than the actual frequency that you would be getting from the 5G. But when I started to think about it, it can get kind of tricky because I'm going to use the example of smoking. Like if somebody smokes, I mean, do they not get cancer because they have this belief they are not going to get cancer from smoking? I mean, I have known people that somebody significant in my life smoked. He smoked his whole life, and he did pass away, but he didn't pass away from any lung related. But then, if you think about it, it causes all kinds of issues in the body. It's not just lung related. I mean, I've heard that it like hardens our arteries and not only in our around our heart, but also in our brain. And he actually had several strokes. He had this stroke years before he passed, where he told me that he could only see like this. He had no his vision was so, he could only see as if he was looking through like tubes. It was really something. But anyway, and I got to thinking about just why do we do these things? Sometimes I wonder about like myself and just alcohol. I think about, okay, so I drink this vodka and then it gets dispersed through my body, through my blood, and as I think about alcohol around my heart or around my brain, like, I mean, it's just like this really weird concept. I can be a little bit odd about a lot of things. Like I'm so weird about lotions. I know this is just, but I'm like, I mean, our skin is the biggest organ on our body. And I had supposedly had skin cancer. I guess I had skin cancer. And they did a Mohs surgery on me, which is why I have this fairly massive scar on my nose. And they told me, you're going to have to wear sunscreen for the rest of your life. And I just I won't wear it. So I just stay out of the sun. I use umbrellas. I mean, every once in a while I'll put sunscreen on. But what ended up happening was I ended up having a huge vitamin D deficiency, because I guess you get vitamin D from the sun. I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but I quit using it because I thought the sunscreen itself was not that great for me. And then these kids, and I mean, gosh, I'm just going to town with this, but these kids and now they have this alcohol spray, and I know my son would prefer I do that to, rubbing them with lotion, but that alcohol, I mean, you are putting alcohol on your skin. It just doesn't seem like a good thing to do. It just doesn't seem, it seems actually worse than sun exposure. But anyway, I'm going to get off that topic because I wanted to talk about something else also. I'm here at this occupation today and I wanted to talk. My friend years ago had shared with me this term, and I'm not really sure who said it. Somebody very famous had said this, and it has to do with just doing what's required. Like sometimes we have to do what is required. Like I had I've been at this for a really a long time, and I've written things and for years about these kinds of things, and just like somebody has to clean the toilets, somebody has to take out the trash. Um, and right now I'm doing what is required to make sure that I there's food on the table. I actually generally I'm very very happy where I'm at. Um, I meet a lot of really interesting people, and I don't and what I'm doing actually doing when I'm here is pretty quiet. And it's not a lot of responsibility, which has been so nice because I have had a lot of responsibility for a lot of years. A lot of responsibility. But anyway, I wanted to share just really quick that I have an interview on Friday. We'll see how it goes. I've had other interviews like this, but this was a position that I was very excited about. Like when I saw it, I just went a little did my little happy dance. Like this was really interesting. It's sort of right up the alley for me as far as what I have been doing, and it's a leadership role, a mentoring type of role, and it would require a pretty substantial move on my part, and I have to admit that I'm scared. I'm like scared of the actual move. And I also think how ridiculous it is, because I have not shared my story. Like I'm sharing more of it, not all of it, but more of it in my book. But it's like ridiculous that I would be afraid of anything ever. It's like the most ridiculous thing. Like why would I ever be afraid of anything ever? But I have to admit that I have some fear about it. So I'm just going to. If I were to get the position, I'm just gonna pack up all my clothes, my books, and take off. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I love you guys. I'll be back. Love you guys. Bye.